So today we are going to see about the sessions about retrieve and delete method using JavaScript.
Okay, yesterday Sindhu say about that create and update. Now we are going to see the retrieve and retrieve multiple. So retrieve is to retrieve a table record, a single record. So
So retrieve is for single record and retrieve multiple is for retrieving multiple records from your entity.
so for that I have a use case like I have a field. I have created a field like address type. So it has two options: custom address and accounts address. So if I click custom address means the address fields are empty. We have to create a custom address. Or else if we click on the use accounts address means it retrieve the respective accounts address and populate it into the address fields. So it is how to do it in the JavaScript. So I have the JavaScript code. So for first you have to get the form context, then you have to get the current account ID in the form context. So the account is in the lookup form, so you have to get that ID. Then you have to get that address type field. So the use account address options value is 2. So if the value is 2 means set the accounts address, or else set it as empty. So this is the context. So we copy. So I have a web resource named contact web resource. I pasted the code, then save and publish. So this is the syntax for retrieving a single record. You have to mention the logical name of the entity and the ID of that record. You have to mention the query string, what you have to retrieve and filter queries. Like, so I want to retrieve address of the account. So I select all the address fields. So these are the success and error callbacks. So if the function gets succeeded, it moves into the success callback, or else it will move to the error callback. So you guys know about the set value, right? Get and set value.
Yes.
Okay. So I have set a value for each records, like address line 1, address line 2, address line 3, city, state or province, postal code, and country.
Here result is an array of object. So if you are so all the records which is retrieved from the account will store it in the result. So that's why we are giving that result dot underscore address underscore line one. Okay.
Still publishing. It got published, so I went to the contact form. So I have the address type field here. So whenever the address type field get changed into use accounts address, so these fields are populated the accounts address. So I need to set the event handler like on change of the field. So in form properties, add the library. Select the library, then add on the event, click on add. Sorry, select the field first. So address type is the field. By the event is on change, then add the library. The library is contacts with resource. The function is retrieve account address and check in the pause execution context is the first parameter. And click on OK. Then save and publish. So I create a new contact on my name. So the account is applicant. So put breakpoints for account ID, address type, all the business. So if I edit use account address means the breakpoint got written. The account ID, we got that account ID, which is the GID of the fabric account is here. So yes, got succeeded. So here you will notice the result array. It has all the fields which I got selected in the query. The account ID is comes for all the things. So address 1, address line 2, address line 3, postal code, state or province, and all like that. Got populated here. So same as here. 8 bytes a name 10 is ununited states. So if I set custom address means so the condition got failed at it and it moved to the else part and it all goes empty now. Save this one. Any doubts on this, guys?
So do the hands-on, and if you have any doubts, please ping us. So if you're closing the developer tool means you have to clear all the breakpoints. Okay, so this is the recommended.
So let's move on to retrieve multiple records. So as like retrieve multiple records, retrieve a collection of records like one or more records, like more than one records. So this is a code for retrieve multiple. So this is a syntax. You have to mention that logical name and the fetch XML or query string. It's up to your choice, and it is not mandatory to mention any fetch XML or query string in the retrieve multiple records. So
So if you are retrieving multiple records means you have to use the fetch XML concept. Okay, so how do you get the fetch XML, Vashni? Can you answer this?
Giving the conditions and like if you have a field like for example consider the name field.
So where you get that XML type?
Like by giving the conditions in the result column, I have downloaded the fetch XML.
So that is advanced find. In advanced
Yeah,
find
yeah,
property, you will.
yes.
Okay, okay, super good.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to download the fetch XML from advanced find, and you have to do some activities like that is double quotes. Then you have to replace all the double quotes to single quotes, and you have to given in the string format. Okay, so like Tamil mentioned in the code. Okay, so that is must. Okay, Tamil,
okay, so
go ahead.
I want to implement that in.
So 1 minute, Tamil. So if you are retrieving multiple records means in the result you have to please go on the code screen. Yes, Visual Studio Code. Yes. Okay. So if you are retrieving multiple records means you have to use the loop conditions. Okay. Okay. So this time you are getting more records. So if you have to get one by one records. So you are using that for loop. So please concentrate on this. Okay. If you are retrieving for multiple records. Okay. Go ahead.
So I implemented that in the account form. So whenever I load the account form, I have some contacts in all accounts. So related contacts. So, so this has 3 records. So whenever I load the form, the 3 contact names get populated on the alert box. So I will do that using retrieve multiple. So first of all, you must get that form context. Then you have to get that record ID by form context data dot entry dot get ID. So it gets the record ID dynamically. So I will tell you how do I get the fetch summary.
So that one we have covered the
Okay. So then
go ahead and publish the code.
okay. Tested the code. Save and publish. I will explain the code while debugging so that you can understand it easily. You have to edit your fetch XML like this to embed any dynamic content into it. So I have embedded the record ID so that it works for all the records.
So if you are doing some means it will for that record only. So if you pass the values dynamically means it will work for all the records. That's why we are passing the record ID as dynamic one. Okay. So the dynamic one we have first you have to fetch for one record using hard code in advanced find. Then you have to see whether how we can pass the values dynamically in fetch XML. Okay, this is the two concept you have to concentrate.
The code is published now. So let's move into the account form. So we go into the main form. So you have to set that our library. Set the function on form on load. So don't forget to check the pause execution context as first parameter. Then click on OK. Sorry, I set the wrong library. So your library and function should, yes, your library and your function. Don't mess up with this. And save and publish. So I use the fetch XML in contact, like get the account name, whichever the contact have same account name, like current account name, get that record and show it as a pop-up in the account form. So the Fabricam account has 3 contacts, so it will show the 3 contact names in the pop-up. So that I will use the retrieve multiple for the contact entity, so that it will retrieve the contacts based on the fetch XML I gave them. I have to use that question mark fetch XML equal, because whatever the query string or fetch XML, it go as a query string only. So you have to encode the URI. So the query string or fetch XML go as an URI, like, so you have to encode that URI component, or else it will break the URI. So it will break the URI. So you have to encode that URI so that it will not show any error. There are some special characters like greater than slash will break that URI. So we have to encode the component.
One second, Tamal. I will show the fetch XML for a hard-coded value. I will share my screen for 1 second. So, are you able to see my screen? So, okay. So
Yes.
if you are passing some hard-coded value means it will be like this. So how I download the fetch XML means that is in contact I have given the company name equals that particular record, that particular KTS record. Okay. So if we are writing code for a project or like that means we have to pass this dynamically. So we we won't hard code this. So that's why we are passing the dynamic value, that is the record ID. So in the hard coded value, they are passing the values dynamically as record ID. Okay, clear? So, Samarth, you can.
So let's debug this code. So I load the form again. So you'll see the current record ID like 88 CEA like here. So after encoding, the fetch checksum will look like this. Like it will replace all the special characters and give the normal value for the like percentage 3C for arrows like that. So this is the encoded fetch checksum. You use only the encoded fetch checksum for retrieve multiple records. So the result array has three objects, like three contacts here. So the three names here. So I have a variable like string variable empty string, and I will concatenate every names here and show it in an alert. So this is the standard alert for JavaScript. You should use only these kind of alerts in projects. So you shouldn't
In
use the normal JavaScript alerts or browser alerts. So this is the recommended one. So you should use like this. Open alert dialog. First of all,
so
you should
for
mention that
sorry for the interruption, Tamal. So for open alert dialog and confirm dialog, dynamic CRM have its own APIs. So you have to use those APIs only. That is client APIs only. Okay. So you don't have to use that normal alert functions like that. Okay. So CRM have dedicated APIs for open alert dialog, open confirm dialog, open error dialog APIs. So please go to this. Okay, I will send you the link. So Tamil is here is using that open alert dialog API. Okay.
so you will first mention that alert strings here, like the label, the text. So I have assigned the contact names variable to the text, the title as related contacts. So the alert options is optional. You have to mention the size of the uh, alert pop-up, or you have this is the optional one you have. It works without this also. In the result, there are three contacts, right? So it made three iterations in the for loop. So I'll store the account names in the contact names as well. So it has first name, then it has its second name, then it has three names here.